Hi everybody, so today I want to talk with you about pet training and what do I think about it. I think every dog should go through this basic training. It's good for them to learn the basic like sit, lay down and try to listen to you. But if you don't take care of the dog, he will stop doing that. He will stop listening to you, so you need to stay by it and do it every day. It doesn't matter if you're having a bad day or a great day, your dog still needs attention. So the basic training for your dog, it's okay, but if you don't do it yourself more, or if you don't pursue everything that you learn in these basic trainings every day, then you're not doing anything. At the beginning, when I start going to these trainings, I was kind of sitting down and trying to put the dog down. That sounds horrible, but it wasn't horrible at that time. So he wouldn't sit or lay down if I wasn't on the ground. Or I thought death would be. After a while, I realized that I'm the one who needs to teach him something. If I'm not going to teach him, then it's going to be horrible. And he's a husky, so I cannot play with that. Actually, it's like this: you are making the rules in your home, how your dog should behave. And I'm trying to do that with my dog. I'm trying to teach him what he can do and what he cannot do. With some help from the training that we got, that's kind of possible. Because you don't know everything. In every book you don't read everything. It's like sometimes you read something and you think you're doing it, but you're not doing it. So I think it's good to go to these training sessions. For me, I'm talking for me. You need to decide for yourself if you want to go or not. For me it's good, and for the dog it's also good because he's learning some things, like not walking freely, like listening to me, like following me, like looking at me. And that's good. The only thing that bothers me by this training session is the comparison. A lot of times at the beginning I was comparing myself, my dog, to the other dogs. And that wasn't great because we weren't walking this good as we are now, and he wasn't looking at me, he didn't want to play with me and so on. And now he's doing all that. And I'm grateful we've got through this. I'm grateful, and we're still going through this, and we will still going through those things, because I think it's good, because I stop comparing myself with others. So if you're going to a school, or if you're thinking about a dog and you think about schooling him, it's good for going to school, but don't be bothered about the comparison between two dogs, because every dog is different than yours one. And even if they are the same race, even if they are the same breed, it doesn't mean they will think alike, they will do everything like. It doesn't depend on the breed of the dog, but some breeds are easier to learn and faster, some are not. And I think a husky is something you need to have time, you need to have a lot of patience, or from my, I'm just telling you from my experience now, a lot of patience. At the beginning we have problems with concentration, we still have some problems with concentration, don't think it's over yet, but if I tell him to look at me or walk by me, he will. We have some problem with going forward to, but yeah, we are working on them. It's like that. I think we will work on them all life, because they are dogs, they are forgetful, and I'm also a forgetful person, and sometimes I learn from a dog, and that's also okay. So I think the training is good for you to find out how you should treat your dog, what you should teach him, what you should, which boundaries in your home you want to get, like don't run after cats, or don't bark, or when go to your place or something like that. Yeah, that's what I learned through these trainings, that you, if you have a dog, you really need to teach him a lot of things, like how to stop being scared of New Year's, this fireworks, and that how to not be scared around umbrellas, and that's what we are working on. And I think a training session for every dog should be in your calendar, or if you can teach your dog, then teach him, but don't use hard, don't use your hand, don't do anything that you wouldn't accept them to do to you. So don't hit the dog, try with some sweets or something for dog treats. Try with the dog treats, and it will go very good if you are being consistent and doing this almost all the time or most of the time. And I think you can teach every dog everything what you want to teach them. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being patient, and see you in the next one. Bye!